So guys, I thought I'd try something a bit different, do a bit of a breakdown I guess of my match with Sam. Okay, so I've got the match with Sam ready to go. So I'll basically go through it with you and tell you what I was kind of feeling. So with this match, well, this whole competition tournament really, I was I had a different focus from over the top. Over the top, I just wanted to get my starts, so I just wanted to make sure that I was basically going on the go. In this comp, I kind of had a bit of a different focus. So I still wanted to win the go, but I also wanted to be really aware of what was happening when I was gripping up, making sure that I wasn't getting things taken off me, that I was comfortable. Whereas in the past, I kind of not really worried too much about that kind of stuff. I'll just get my grip and yeah, let people kind of probably get a bit too much. So I was really aware of it with this comp. So you'll see, just bring up the footage. So you can see pretty much at the start here, you'll hear the ref really telling me to come around, because I was just really making sure, pause it there, making sure that I didn't, basically I was making the ref turn me out rather than me turning myself out and then maybe even turning too far, or yeah, I was really just making sure that I wasn't going to get turned too far basically. And I went in there with a grip. I was really high. I went in basically with straight and let the ref kind of bring that down if it needed to come down. But yeah, my whole goal was I wanted to be high, and basically as high up with threat high as I could. I was kind of expecting Sam to do the same thing. So going up there, I was expecting him to match me high, just from what I'd felt on the after table at over the top. I thought we were pretty balanced up high, and he didn't go up high at all really. He was giving me nothing up high, and I've already gone over this with him, basically saying he should have really matched me high. He went for low hand, thinking he'd low hand top roll, which I kind of expected that he would top roll, because I didn't think he'd want to really test a hook, not straight away anyway. But I was just expecting it to be a high knuckle up top roll, whereas he went low, so I had no threat. Basically, I knew what he was going to do straight away. There was just no threat up high with me, so my whole goal off the start was just to this. I didn't worry about going this way. All I wanted to do was crash down on his hand, which worked pretty much exactly how I wanted it to. So go through that off the start. So you'll see there, basically I got that crash down on him. I tried to actually hold on, but he just managed to bail out. But yeah, I really tried to squeeze down and just push straight down on that, but yeah, just couldn't stop him from slipping out, so that's alright. Obviously from there, goes to the strap. And again, I was doing the same thing up high. He was doing the same thing. You can see he's really like this. And I did the exact same thing. So I was as high as I could possibly go. I was carved in, waiting for them to turn it out. And my move was the same, to just be on top, which you can see there. I'm really turned in palm up. So I wanted to wait there just because obviously I know that he's got a bit of a king's hook, so I wanted to make sure 100% that when I was going to surge, I wasn't going to lose anything. Yeah, I mean, I could have probably surged from the very start, and I mean, possibly it probably would have ended the same way, but like I said, I was just wanted to be sure that when that sideways movement happened, that I was going to be able to get the job done. And you'll see in the final, I mean, the final was the same. He gave me nothing up top, and he missed the go, but he had a few wars before this, so the final I don't really count much, but But yeah, basically the biggest thing I took away from that was I was really happy with that high position I was taking. I took that position all day against everybody. I feel more comfortable hooking from a high position rather than in the past. I've sort of gone in and gripped with my hand low, and sometimes I don't even cap my thumb. Whereas this one I was very different. I was, like I said, posting as high as I could. I was capping, and my whole goal was to just go straight on top. There was no supinating in. It was all just wrist flexion hooking, which you can see just takes away their power, obviously turning them palm up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I've gone through all this with Sam, told him basically what he could have done different, and yeah, like I said, as soon as I sort of got on the after table and we were doing some high up work, he could feel it straight away that, yeah, he should have at least tried to match me up high. Which if he had done that, probably would have forced me to do a more supinating hook, which would have kept the hook a little bit more neutral. I wouldn't have had him turn probably fully palmed up. He wouldn't have probably had me palm up either, but I feel like it still would have went into a hook, but it would have just been a lot more neutral. I still think would have got the job done. I just think I had a little bit too much center table at the moment for Sam, but yeah, he's a dangerous guy, so you definitely don't want to sleep on him. Like I said, yeah, I just think I have a little bit more of this at the moment, so I think it would have been a neutral hook, but it would have been still to my advantage in the fact that it would have been probably over my side. But I'm really looking forward. I still want to have that super match with him at some point. I think it could be really interesting, especially, like I said, if he goes away and fixes those few little things. I think could possibly be a very different match in the not too distant future. But yeah, I was really happy with it, and yeah, like I said, I think I executed basically exactly how I wanted to execute. And yeah, like I said, you can kind of see from this how I like to break matches down. I go into a fair bit of detail, and I do this pretty much, like I said, to every match that I watch. I try to put myself in their positions and try to think what pressures they'd be feeling and what you could do against that pressure to kind of counter it. And I do this a lot at training as well. I'm one of those guys at training who if I'm dominating somebody, I'll make aware that, all right, try that pressure in that way, and yeah, and they can kind of, they figure out that, oh, all right, that pressure works really well against that pressure, and it's a good way to train. Like, you've really got to think, don't just keep applying the same pressure in the same spot over and over again. I like to mix it up, down pressure, up pressure, side, wrist flexion, supination, pronation. There's so many things you can do inside of all that to change the match, and yeah, that's the beauty of arm wrestling. So anyway, I'll leave it there. If you enjoyed this, you want to, I don't know, maybe I could do a bit of a breakdown on some other matches that I like, and give you my thoughts on what I think's happening and what they could do a bit differently and potentially change the match. I mean, it doesn't always change the match. Sometimes you just need to be stronger, but yeah, thanks for watching.